It's your girl BondyBlue. So let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Hey everybody, what's up? It's your girl BondyBlue. Okay, follow me on Instagram and let's get into the video. Right.
Hey y'all, what's going on? It's your girl BondyBlue. I'm back. Girl, we about to do a little talk right quick. Okay, right quick, right fast. I meant to come to y'all earlier in the day, but that's not the way it happened, girl. Okay? So let's get comfortable. I'm about to do something you never done before. Come on, what? Oh, not the usual. Doing something unpredictable. So dry. Oh, with me, baby, baby. I'ma make it feel like you never felt. Listen. Oh my God. Oh my, look, I'm almost to, what is it, 99,580 around there right now, child. Listen, help. Help me. Listen, we're trying to get there, girl. Help me, please. Okay, please. Dwayne, please. Okay, listen, hold up. Because I know this she's not playing with me right now. I know she not up there playing with me right now. I'm talking about my dog, y'all. So let's hold up. We gonna start. We gonna start with Miss Marlo Hampton because listen, I'm gonna put myself in the center. Hold up. First, I'm gonna do this. Okay, so this what we talking about. This Marlo right here, girl. Y'all see Marlo? That's what we talking about, girl. Okay, her right there. Her. Shh. Okay, I was gonna I ain't gonna do that. I'm about to say shim. Her. Okay, her. That's what we gonna be at with it for the beginning of this. But I don't want to show this juicy scoop video because I don't know what it's gonna get for the copyright, girl. I don't know. So this is what we're gonna do. Y'all see it? Now it's gone. Okay, let's listen. Where's the sound, Jesus? Jesus, okay.
I felt that was awful. I felt some of the girls knew exactly what I meant because they're moms, and I know for sure a lot of them are never hardly with their kids. They have full-time nannies, and sometimes they need a break. We all need breaks sometimes. Shit, we need breaks from our husbands, from our jobs. You need a break sometimes.
Right.
So it's just, I feel it's just the way I phrased.
I'm sorry. Who's our? Who's our? I'm sorry. I'm gonna let her continue on, but who's our? Our husbands, our jobs. You don't have any of those things. You also don't have any children. You have nephews that you may or may not take care of, all the time. You may or may not. I don't know, girl. I don't know. I don't know your life like that. You don't really share that much with us. So I don't know. I know when you did decide to bring the little boys around, they had only been living with you for 2 years and they in their teens. So it's not like you gotta clean any asses or change any diapers. Like you're doing the easy part. Like it's hard, but technically it's the easy part because the kids can hold up their own heads at this point. And so when you give your commentary on such things, that are nuanced, to be a woman, to be in a mothering role, to seemingly not have done a good job at it when you decided that you needed to send them kids away for 30 days because they was working on your nerves. Not to say that people don't need a break, but at the same time, people don't send their kids away for 30 days. Having a nanny help you doesn't mean that you don't see your kids for 30 days, Marlo. Those are different things. I want to point that out. Those are different things.
If I would have phrased and said, hey, you guys, this is really tough. Well, I never know when it comes to this group of girls. If I would have phrased it right, they probably still would have got out of me.
Yeah, I do feel like I remember kind of Kandi saying something like, I've taken in relatives before, and I would never do that. And again, it's just like
Kandi does not. Yeah. You never see her with her kids 24/7. She always pays. She has a whole slew of family that helps her. So it's coming from Kandi didn't mean that much to me, not unless I saw her with her children every day. I mean, she's too busy trying to get another bag. She doesn't have time to spend quality time with her kids.
Did she say? It's not like she spends quality time with her kids. Did she really say that? Oh my God, girl, yeah, she said that. That bitch is crazy. No, for real, that bitch is crazy. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. Okay, hold up. Marlo, sweetheart, you're not around Kandi enough to be able to really tell anything about how much she's around her children or her day to day. Because it seems as if don't nobody trust you enough to have you around their kids at this point because of how you treated your own. And Kandi was saying that all of her adult life, when she's been making escape money and such things, okay, she's been taking care of her family, including nephews, okay, including other people's children that lived in the house with her who she took care of financially, and never once did she tell them they had to leave her house. Especially not when they were underage and didn't have anywhere else to go, except for into the household of another family member who didn't have nearly as much space, time, money, or availability of food, okay? You sent your nephews over to your sister's house who looked like she was struggling. And you sent them boys over there to stress her the fuck out like she ain't have a real job because you needed a break. And because people brought up how fucked up that was for you to send them away for 30 days for whatever reason you came up with, it was fucked up to everybody. Kandi was the only one that said something because Kandi feels very strongly about her family. And as somebody that had personally been in that situation before, she had to let you know you was fucked up. Honestly, that's somebody keeping it real with you. You didn't like that. You got upset that she kept it a buck with you and told you was wrong for that shit. And so now you want to get on this lady's Juicy Scoop podcast and tell us that you know enough about Kandi's schedule to know that she not spending time with her kids. Girl, what? So when Kandi won't headbutt bitches this season of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I feel like we gonna understand why. Let's let the very tired lady that is working overtime for her job, let's let her continue.
Right. So that really didn't bother me by her saying that. I'm like, girl, you are a provider, okay? Please don't come telling me about the quality time because I'm always with Michael and William. Like, we are connected.
Yeah, I do think that's...
You aren't nearly as connected as Kandi's biological children. Like, you're not connected to your two nephews that you've only been taking care of for a couple years now. You've only been fully taking care of them for a couple years. Kandi has been responsible for her children their entire lives. And somehow was able to be successful and still take care of her children. And then went and find a man who actually was a nurturer himself, unlike a lot of you niggas out there that think y'all don't have to do nothing but pay some bills. Todd seems like somebody that understands he has to raise his children. He has to actually care for them and be a part of their lives and rear them and steer them and take care of them. So thank God that Kandi had the sense to pick a good man so she can have the help that she needs to do the things that she does. It's so exhausting when people repeat the ignorant, misogynistic rhetoric that women are supposed to be held to some different standard when it comes to making money. If Kandi wants to be a baller, a hustler, if Kandi wants to be somebody that is always after her bag, making sure that her children have access to whatever it is in this life that they could want for themselves, that's her decision. And I feel like that's much better than the decisions your family seems to make behind children over there. I mean, and we know that's what this comes from. This comes from your jealousy of Kandi having a tight-knit family. This comes from your jealousy of not having a Mama Joyce to buck for you. This comes from your jealousy of not having to, as much as y'all want to talk about Kandi, you want to talk about somebody that obviously had to lay on their back and spread eagle in order to get where they are today. Self-proclaimed, has told us what she's done to get where she is. But somehow, let's look down on Kandi because Kandi enjoys working and also being a mother. Her children are not being neglected. There was no reason for you to say this, other than the fact that you just wanted to be nasty. And you're, once again, running your expensive shoes in the ground, trying to make sure that you are earning your check so that they don't put you back on the bench as a friend of. Fought so long, so hard. fought so long, so hard. Okay, to something that was basically, handed over to Kandi. That must be real upsetting to you, Marlo. You should go to therapy and deal with your anger issues, sis. I hate to have to read you like this, but you asked for this. Even your posture in this video is just so delusional. Like this posture of, I know I've said something fucked up, but I'm going to act like I'm highbrow. And what I've said isn't disrespectful, disgusting, and lowbrow. I can't take her, y'all. I can't. So yay. Yeah, I'm sorry. Olivia is down there barking and she's aggravating me. And she says Kandi is a provider and is. What's wrong with that? Child, I want somebody to tell us. Listen, Marlo is so obsessed with Kandi sexuality. Honestly, I'm starting to y'all know I really feel like Marlo is like a closeted secret lesbian. Like we don't have any physical evidence of this. But her energy feels like, I hate the fact that I can't be truly who I am, and who I really am is probably a lesbian. But I grew up in a time frame and in a society where I look down on that, and I don't feel like that's acceptable at all. I actually, make a lot of nasty comments about gay women, but actually, I probably would be happier if I can just be, the lesbian that I am deep down inside. You know what I'm saying? She probably is jealous of the fact that Kandi, lives in her life freely. I'm bisexual. I like men and women. Like, I get to live my life freely. People know this about me. I'm still successful. Marlo probably has like some deep rooted self-hate for the fact that she likes women, because that's how it comes off. Like, because we never see her with a man like that. We never see her. And I know she's going to try to change that this season, but I think it's bullshit. I think the fact that you don't trust men or women, it definitely shows me that you have, issues with your parents. And we already know that. But your energy gives, I'm probably sexually attracted to women. You talking about the ones that only watch girl porn? It's probably her. Okay. It's probably her. Okay. I don't know Marlo's life like that, but the stankness feels like the stankness of regret and fear. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can't live my life, so I'm miserable. Like, and I like to act out how miserable I am with people who seem to not be as miserable as me. Like, that's the vibe that Marlo's giving. Okay. Girl, what? A streaming error. Y'all work on my nerves. Oh my God. What y'all say? They so mad Kandi has a past and still got the husband and kids. But she doesn't even have a past like that. Like, she doesn't even have a past like that. Kandi was a single woman for a long time. Was she not supposed to be fucking and dating people? Like, that is so unrealistic of y'all. Like, we only really know about 3 dudes over the course of Kandi's like teenage years to adulthood besides Todd. We know about JD, we know about the baby daddy, and we know about the guy she came on the show with. We know there have been other people in between, but is everybody out there, that stays single until they get in their 40s? Are y'all out here like not having sex with people or something? Let me know, because for some of y'all that might be the way, but there are a lot of people that enjoy sex. Like, I don't know why we got to feel bad about it. Like, I don't know why you got to feel bad for liking what everybody like. Oh, no, you don't have to feel bad for liking what everybody like. You got to feel bad for being honest about it. Forgot. Got to lie like everybody else. Oh, excuse me. I can't understand Marlo's disdain for Kandi, especially when Kandi tried to help her multiple times. Child, we'll never understand. We'll never understand the way the same people that Kandi helps, Tamar, Marlo, they will really like come, Portia. They will come and stab somebody in the back. Oh, I forgot about Gerald Levert. Thank y'all for reminding me about Gerald Levert. Okay. I know. A past? Who don't have a past? Bitch, yesterday was my past. What the fuck? Mind you, if people know more than one person a woman has fucked, then she a hoe. I don't care if it's only 3, they gonna say she a hoe. And that's why I just kind of feel like sometimes I don't like it here. I don't like it here. Y'all mad weird. I just kind of feel like that's why Amber Rose was like, fine, call me a hoe. That's why now I get it. Now I understand. 10 years later, now I get it, Amber. Amber, I totally understand. You got so frustrated with people assigning you that, whether it was true or not, simply because you were doing what everybody else was doing, which was dating and fucking at a young age, which is what you were supposed to do. So because she did that, she got called a hoe several times over, as if everybody has access to her body, and we know that's not true. So I definitely understand now why the slut walk. And you know what? Fine. Fuck it. I'm a hoe. I'm a slut. Whatever you want to call me. Either way, you can't have me and you can't touch me. So please get the fuck out my face. Okay? Whatever reason you calling me that for, I hope it makes you feel better about yourself. Thank you, Mrs. Wilson, for the super chat. Bondy, I swear for Lord, if you don't hurry up and get that clinical licensure, girl, you be calling it. Thank you. I appreciate that. And I'm trying. Y'all know I didn't get in. I didn't get in school, so I have to reapply. Because I don't know if I want to go to no other school. I'm going to tell y'all the truth. I'm going to have to look into getting, some other certifications or something, though. I feel Marlo is probably jealous that Kandi has made her millions on her own without sleeping around with older men. Also, Marlo probably resents Kandi's loving familial background versus hers. Dolly Parton said, if you can achieve puberty, you can achieve a pass. Come on now. Let's talk about it. Dolly. Okay? I feel Marlo. Okay, I read that one. Hold up, my bad. Kandi has a pass, but I'm not downing her. Y'all took that wrong. We all have a pass. Do we not? A pass isn't calling her a hoe. I know, but even saying it, like when you have to say things like that, it's obvious for everybody, it does feel like calling it out, like, she got a past. Like, you're typing it, you're not saying it. But either way, I feel like the language of because she has a past and still has kids, it's like, oh, because she has a past, she shouldn't be expected to have a family and kids. And it's just kind of like, that's so backwards, and I just kind of want us to stop thinking that way. But yeah, no, we're not attacking. We're having conversation. Okay. It's not a big deal, girl. So don't even worry about it. Okay. Let's go ahead and move on. I love Kandi. I love the girls, but it's giving throw away the whole escape. Girl, it's giving throw away the whole escape sometimes. Not the whole escape, but like a good percentage. Like after this past week, girl, it is definitely giving, because the way Tamika, we're going to talk about Tamika too, but I'm tired. Throw the whole escape away. Okay. Y'all, why is Tiny out here talking about shit that she don't need to be talking about? Tiny, we just let you skate on the reality show with being the most least problematic. All you had to do was laugh and say hell nah, and everybody forgot about allegedly people's foots being in people's pussies. Like, people just completely forgot about that. We moved on. Okay, no evidence, no proof, no, you know what I'm saying? Y'all lost the whole reality show. But hey, no proof, no evidence. We're gonna move on from here until something else come up. We're just gonna move on from here. We ain't got no tape. This ain't like R. Kelly the first time around where we had video proof and everybody was like, I don't see shit. That's not what's going on right now. So Tiny, we needed you to not be the person to be this person, because this video came out last week of Jonathan Major's alleged ex-girlfriend being at a bar drinking the night that she allegedly had hands put on her by Jonathan Majors. We had already seen this video, and everybody, for the most part, with the exception of people that are never going to believe the victim, had come to the conclusion that so fucking what? She went out. She also wrote in the text messages that she wasn't the one pressing charges, that she knows it was her fault. She said it wasn't a big deal. She was obviously trying to, I feel like, lessen the blow of what was happening. We read the text messages. She didn't put those text messages out. His stupid ass lawyer put those text messages out, thinking that it would prove his innocence. And what we read was classic DV. A person has been abused, and they've been convinced that it's their fault that they're being abused. But everybody with a clear mind knows that that's not how any of this works. Her snatching your phone doesn't mean that you allegedly get to choke her out until she passes out, and then you have to call the police because you were scared because she passed out. By the time the police get there, allegedly, she's up, but she got marks on her, so they take you in. So if she's up and able to say and text paragraphs to you and say she probably was at the bar texting that nigga, okay? Like, she was right. She was already minimizing the situation. So for one, she could have went out to prove that, look, I went out that night. It's not a big deal. She could be trying to continue to minimize what happened because we already saw her do that with the text messages. But what we all understand is that her snatching your phone don't mean that you get to choke the lady out. That's what we understand. That sounds like DV. So this video proves nothing. You know another reason why this video proves nothing? I'm sorry. Have y'all never been in fights? Have you never had anybody physically harm you? You can still go on about your day. I don't know. It wasn't like she had, it was a surgery that happened or something like that. He choked her. And another thing, if I did get choked out by my man and now I'm stressed out because the shit then went public, I might call my homegirl and be like, girl, can we please go get a drink? I am stressed the fuck out. Me and this stupid ass dude got into it. He gonna put his hands on me and then gotta call the ambulance. Not everybody acting like I told somebody something and I was knocked out, bitch. I don't know. I was passed out. Not everybody blaming me. Can we please go get a drink? Girl, yes. So you can see this shit on my neck. Yes. Okay. Like, is that hard to believe? Is that really hard? For Tiny, this is the scenario. And Tiny says, so far, this looks like a straight case of bullshit. I'm just saying. Really? Even when we heard last week that multiple people had come out and said he done things to them, we haven't gotten further evidence, but they went to the police station. They didn't come to the blogs. And that's what y'all always want people to do. Every time somebody say somebody did something to them on social media, y'all asses be out here talking about, oh, but why you ain't go to the police first? Why you coming to social media? What we supposed to do? Then people went to the fucking authorities on that nigga and y'all still sitting up here talking about, this just looks like bullshit. Let me tell you something. Jonathan Majors is a part of billion dollar movies over there with Marvel. Do you really think if this was something that them people could smooth over, they wouldn't have just smoothed it the fuck over? That's how you know y'all don't be thinking all the way to me. It feel like y'all don't be thinking all the way to me. You lost the whole television show, okay? And that was just a television show. And you were still able to go out and make your money and do whatever you needed to do because the music industry doesn't care about people being abusers and pedophiles and sexual assault people and all rapists. The music industry don't care about none of that. So you can still go on tour and do whatever the fuck you want to do as long as your ass is out of jail, okay? It seemed that comedians and people that, sell tickets and shit, they can always do whatever the fuck they want to do as long as they not in jail. Okay? This man lost his PR people, his management company, his agency. That's a whole bunch of people that's already invested in you financially. And you got all of these other projects coming up and in the works, I'm sure. If it was nothing, if nothing had happened, if it was bullshit, as you say, Tiny, I do not think all of those companies would have backed away from him the way they did. And they gave it time, too. It didn't come out the next day. It took about a week or two. Then they was like, oh, well, based on what we've heard, we gonna have to drop the, and we can't tell y'all about it, but we gonna have to let him go. Now, see, when he lost the army endorsement, I was still like, but we don't know though. That was a quick response. We don't know. But see, when his management and the people that's supposed to come and clean up these types of situations said, yeah, shut it down, close the briefcase, we're out of here. Like, Why do you think you see something that all of the people that's close to it don't see? That's what I won't understand. I really want y'all to stop being so anti-victim and anti-woman. I really do feel like y'all, it's really anti-woman that bleeds into being anti-victim. That's how I feel. Because to me, Tiny is representing all of the male-identified women that for some reason refuse to weigh how men actually are violent. Men actually are like this. So when somebody says something, why do you automatically assume they're lying, even though you probably experienced exactly what's being said? Like, for instance, I remember when I was working at the news station, one of the employees was like one of those people where I think when all the stuff happened with Bill Cosby. And she was like, do you believe all of those women? It was like one of those conversations. Do you believe all of those women? And I was just like, well, let me just ask you, how many times have you been sexually harassed at this job? And she had to think about it because she knows it had happened to her a few times. And it happened recently. She had been made to feel very uncomfortable at work by one of her coworkers. So it was mad weird to me when a story of men doing this shit comes out and they're a celebrity, y'all are like, nah. But you experience some of these same things in your everyday life by all of the men around you. You see stories of men, you know men who hit their women. And y'all still act like, oh my God, it can't possibly be that Negro. That Negro's different. Nah, motherfucker. Nah. You need to consistently not be doing shit like this in order for me to feel like you ain't that dude. Ain't it crazy? They was more mad at Will Smith smacking the shit out of another man than it seemed like y'all be about men hitting on women. That shit is crazy to me. This society is so fucked up. But yes, it is absolutely given protect the predators, protect the abusers. And y'all just make me tired. Y'all just make me real tired with the protect the abuser shit. You don't even got to say nothing about stuff like this. You really could just sit at one of your houses and chill. You ain't got to get your opinion on no shit like this. Especially when people got their questions about what y'all got going on over there. You know what I'm saying? We be trying to let it go, Tiny. We really do. This. I don't put nothing past nobody. I know that's right. Tiny is definitely conditioned, and some other their victim said she was the aggressor, so this makes sense. Yeah, I heard that too. I remember that part too, about her being the aggressor. That's why when she be, oh, Tiny is the nicest, sweetest person shit, I just be like, I don't know the lady. Okay? I don't put nothing past nobody. Okay? Protect men at all costs. That's exactly what it is. And I'm tired of y'all. I don't want y'all to protect anybody that's wrong. I don't want y'all to protect anybody that's wrong. I don't care who they are. I don't want you to protect anybody that's wrong, especially to the degree of harming other people. Like, some shit y'all really could mind y'all business about, But when it comes to like this type of shit, you should just stay out of this. But please stop being on the wrong side of things and then voicing your opinion about it so loudly to social media. We would appreciate if y'all would give us a break. Listen, I get protect black men, but I ain't protecting an abusive motherfucker, and I don't care what color he is. Yeah, no, see, that's what I'm saying. That's why I said I'm not doing that with y'all. I'm not protecting black men. I might be protecting Lyric. Okay? Like, I might have protect the black men that I know, but I don't know the rest of y'all. And I don't look at the rest of y'all and think that y'all are like him. No, I don't. That's insane. Because a lot of y'all, oh, what if it was yo? No, because it's not though. Now that'd be different if we talking about charity or being of service to people. You would want somebody to help. You know what I'm saying? If, you want somebody to help if that was your family member. Yes. But I don't want you to lie for my family member if it's my family member. I don't. especially when it comes to certain things. Beating on people, don't, no, thank you. No, thank you. No. You need help. I ain't protecting you from shit. I'm tired. I've been protecting people my whole life. I have hung capes up and I'm done. I am done. I am done. You protect me, I protect you. If you look like you out here doing the wrong shit, I don't know you. Oh, you look like you out here doing the wrong shit? Who's that? Oh, I don't know who that is. Bitch, that's your cousin. Who? Who? I love you from afar. Don't come over here. I'm just saying, y'all, there's certain things you should tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I ain't saying, if your cousin sell dope down the block, you should tell on him. That's not what I'm saying. But if he assaulted your little cousin, the other little cousin, then you should say something. You know what I'm saying? I feel like there are levels to this shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think what really pisses people off is when men who have the outer aesthetic of a good man being problematic, it is seen as not possible. I mean, it ain't far-fetched. Look at white folks. Right. And not only that, but some of the well put together ones are the worst ones. Have you never seen a Tyler Perry movie? Oh my God. Look, protect black men. Black women are being taken out by black men they're in relationships with every 5.5 hours, according to statistics. Listen, I told a nigga the other day, if you gotta kill me, just go ahead and leave, please. Take whatever you want, all right? Just leave me with my life, okay? You can have everything else, Your Honor, but just can I keep my life, okay? What is going on? Girl, I don't even know who these people are. Jilly Anais. I don't even know who that is. DeShaun Watson. Y'all know them people? Oh no, don't be playing no music. Hold up. Sticking by someone with double-digit sexual misconduct allegations is insane. Allegations and evidence are two different things. Okay. I feel like double digits. Somebody said bye because most of those women were caught lying. Y'all really be out here thinking that women be lying on men to like a large degree. And I don't really think it's that. I don't think it's like that. I don't think it's like that, y'all. I don't. I know Blair Underwood, anybody? Listen. Was all nice and neat on the outside, smacking the shit out of that lady behind closed doors. Okay, the family ain't even get to the damn elevator and he backslapping the shit out of people. I think Jonathan just threw everyone for a loop because he seems so unproblematic. To y'all, I thought he was manipulative and I pointed it out. But, y'all don't be liking to listen to me until shit happen. And that's okay. That's okay, girl. But I told y'all, I told Ooh Ladies First panel, I was like, something not right. It's manipulative. It's too much going on in this moment. Okay? DeShaun, a football player, ain't he? Because they say he lying. Okay? They weren't lying. Okay? Somebody said they weren't lying. Child, I don't even know who this is, but we're about to find out. So Cleveland Browns quarterback DeShaun Watson suspended 11 games, fined $5 million after NFL and NFLPA reached settlements. DeShaun Watson for 11 regular season games without paying fines for sexual misconduct with more than 24 women. And y'all didn't even post the whole story, but y'all post his girlfriend. Okay, fans criticized model Jilly Anais for sticking beside her man. All right, girl, let's look it up. Y'all want to look it up? I think we should look it up. Hold up. Because I'm interested now. Like the video. Like the video. Now I need to know. I need to know what's going on. Child, this nigga got a big old neck. Ooh, that's scary. Football players be having real thick necks. Make me nervous. Niggas be trying to headbutt bitches. Okay? Let me see. Child, they talking about how much money he can cost the city. Don't nobody care about that. What about these sexual assault allegations? Okay? What about that? Hold up. Y'all, it's crazy how when you go on Google and you looking for stories about this, there aren't many stories about it. Okay. Embattled quarterback DeShaun Watson served an 11-game suspension last season and paid a $5 million fine, but his legal woes are not behind him. Watson, who signed a record-setting 5-year, $230 million fully guaranteed contract last offseason with the Cleveland Browns, is expected to return to a Houston courtroom next week to deal. Next week, the deal represented the highest guaranteed money an NFL player has ever received, which has an not y'all paying him the most money out of everybody. Come to find out, he out here doing the most with the women's. Where is it at? Watson will not have to appear in court in motion filed by attorney Anissa Nguyen. Watson is asked to provide records of communication between him and the plaintiff. I feel like they being like extremely cavalier, like they're not telling us what happened. The motion seeks cell phone records reflecting all telephone calls defendant made to plaintiff in December 2020 and January 2021, and cell phone records reflecting all text messages defendant sent to plaintiff in December 2020 and January 2021. Watson will also be required to produce correspondence between him and a third party from December, so somebody else, regarding or relating to defendant's meeting with the plaintiff at the Houstonian, a hotel, club, and spa where the massage session in question allegedly occurred. Oh, so he was out here doing the most with the girls. Okay, Watson and his representatives have consistently denied any wrongdoing since his arrival in Cleveland. However, before a Browns preseason game in August, Watson offered a public apology. I want to say I'm truly sorry to all the women that I have impacted in this situation, he said. Girl, how they lied? How they lied? How did they lie if this is what he's saying? The decisions that I made in my life that put me in this position, I would definitely like to have back, but I want to continue to move forward and grow and learn and show that I am a true person of character, and I'm going to keep pushing forward. 2 grand juries previously declined to indict Watson on any criminal charges. It's weird to me that they're not saying what he was accused of specifically, even though they're referencing it. It's almost as if they're trying to act like it didn't happen. Because they want him to obviously go back to making football money. That's what it seems like to me. Let's see. Hold up. Okay, come on, CNN. This was last year. Okay, around 10 of the more than 24 women who accused Cleveland Browns quarterback DeShaun Watson of sexual misconduct were expected to attend his game in Houston on Sunday, according to their attorney. Oh my God. Watson returned to the field to a mix of boos and cheers Sunday for his first NFL regular season game in 2 years to play against his former team, the Houston Texans, after serving an 11-game suspension without pay following sexual misconduct allegations. They thought it important to make clear that they are still here and that they matter. I was proud of them for that. Child, them women was supposed to show up to that game. Before his suspension, 24 civil lawsuits were filed on behalf of women alleging Watson sexually harassed or assaulted them during private massage appointments during his time with the Houston Texans. Watson denied wrongdoing in those cases, and 23 of the lawsuits were settled confidentially. 2 grand juries declined to charge Watson criminally. Less than 2 months after settling the lawsuits, the new civil suit was filed by another woman in October, alleging that Watson pressured her into sexual activity during a professional massage session. Despite the lawsuit, the NFL said his status will remain unchanged. Watson has repeatedly denied the allegations against him and said he has no regrets about any of his actions. So this was before. Okay. He spoke to the media for the first time Thursday since returning from suspension, declining to answer any non-football questions that were asked. So he had a lack of remorse at first. And then it seems as if eventually he was sorry for all that he had done. Because y'all heard me just read his apology. Even with dozens of sexual misconduct allegations, the Browns traded 3 first-round draft picks with the Texans. First traded 3 first-round picks with the Texans for Watson, then signed him to a 5-year fully guaranteed deal. Wow, the most guaranteed money in NFL history. So he got a deal after all of these women came out and said this shit happened. The decision triggered outrage and inspired many to get involved. Oh my God. For those who are struggling with wanting to speak up for victims but also cheer for the Browns and find a medium, can get involved with our work and mission, she added. Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit? We gonna let this man that has allegedly forced these women, 24 of them, okay, forced them into sexual activity. We know he did it because we suspended him and traded his ass. But we're going to trade him and offer him more money than we've offered anybody else. And you still got to watch him play. What? What? Y'all, that's crazy. He had to go through a treatment program. The nigga had to go through. So this is my point, y'all. This is my point. This is how y'all know the situation with Jonathan Majors was bad. Because, I mean, even though I feel like that's two different, areas, I think that people can get away with more in sports than you can in entertainment now since Me Too. But I still feel like it bleeds over. You know what I'm saying? But either way, like, that's crazy. Y'all really let this like, that's crazy, y'all. Like, the women, like, and then the audacity for them to telling people that shit, like, oh, y'all can be a part of something we've done in order to make y'all feel better about us allowing this man to continue to play football and giving him all this damn money. This has been going on for about 4 years when he was in Houston with that masseuse. It wasn't just one masseuse. Rolls eyes, protect black men at all costs. Child, that is so sad. I hope you being sarcastic. Why you rolling your eyes? Why you rolling your eyes? Is it okay to, like, for men to force themselves on women? Is that okay? Y'all are weird. Y'all do realize that, like, every sexual act is not something that people always want from somebody, whether they are famous or attractive or not, right? Y'all do recognize that, right? I worry for a lot of y'all. Like, I'm sorry, but all of you women that protect black men at all costs, I pray y'all don't have children, especially like girl children. I pray for y'all's girl children. I do. Because I always think about, you protect the people in your family that do the most damage. You don't protect the kids. You don't protect the people that need protecting. You protect the strong men who are supposed to be able to protect themselves and you. Ciao. Entertainment reps will always weigh out the risks. Whatever Majors did, the firm said it was too much for them to handle. And that's what I'm thinking. Okay? But anyway, y'all, let's go ahead. I had to talk about that. Like, let's not even talk about the girlfriend online, feeling real fancy with her diamonds and shit. Girl. All right. So let's go ahead and go to Real Housewives of Atlanta, y'all. So Kenya Moore gave us a little sneaker peek about what's going on with Martell. Apparently, he tried to holler at her first, which probably makes sense considering the fact that they got into that argument. Okay. Thank you. Girl, I never know. I never know who's in the comments. She was being sarcastic, everybody. She was being sarcastic. Y'all know you typing shit. We can't hear inflection. Okay? It was everybody. It was just a mistake. Okay. So y'all ready for Kenya? Let's move on. Let's move into Kenya.
She said you've been kicking it with some chicks in Atlanta.
Yeah, I heard that too.
No. Yeah. Are you coming in town and dipping around?
I mean, it's a little awkward because he did lightweight try to talk to me.
What?
Yes.
She said you've been kicking it with some chicks in Atlanta.
Child, now he was already cheating. And he been trying to holler at Kenya.
She said you've been kicking it with some chicks.
Kenya said he tried to holler at me, girl. Honestly, I definitely think this is what sparked them getting into that altercation at Sonya Richards Ross and them party. Y'all remember that? When they got into it? Yeah. I believe Kenya. I'm sorry. Were we supposed to not believe Kenya in this situation? Did y'all really think that Kenya that Kenya was lying? Girl, Kenya wasn't lying. I'm also wondering, who was it that Kandi said Martell came with the cameras at her restaurant? Who was that? Like I said, if they like you or think you cute, they will defend you. King Von, for example. Child, that is so true. Because his daddy was nice looking, he nice looking, and he's a psychopath. And y'all let that nigga kill everybody. Y'all was out there letting him just live reckless in these Twitter streets and on the regular streets, okay? I hate the fact that it took somebody out the country to connect the fucking dots for y'all. It's sad. It was the PR firm for me. I was like, child, they must have got an eyeball full of smoke that they didn't want nor could handle. That's what I was thinking. Didn't Kandi say he was at her restaurant? Yes. Holla at her cousin employee. Somebody? Yes. He came in there with cameras and everything. She said he tried to bring cameras in there, something like that. Martell can't stand a woman pulling his car. Nope. And I bet you he got put on blast. Y'all think it was Kandi cousin? Girl, I hope it wasn't Akbar V. Who was it? I believe Kenya though. He probably got with Sheree because she was the most pliant. She was easy pickings. I ain't gonna say you're wrong when you're right. Martell is shiesty and very manipulative. He definitely got ulterior motives. I believe Kenya 100%. I do too. Yes, girl. Y'all let King Von kill up the community, girl. Yes, y'all did. So y'all was acting a fool because Chance the Rapper was out here enjoying himself for Jamaican Carnival, right? And y'all was real upset about it, girl. They was like, you got a wife. Okay, and so Messy BB says, yikes, looks like Chance the Rapper's wife, Kirsten Corley Bennett, got something to say. She shared thought-provoking quotes about awareness and growth after a video emerged showing Chance the Rapper dancing with another woman. It was several women during Carnival. What happens is most people get older. The quote began, they honor their credit cards, they find parking spaces, they marry, they have the nerve to have children, but they don't grow up. Not really. Another message talked about how awareness is growth, detailing the importance of mindfulness and choosing new actions that will help rewrite behavioral patterns. So he be cheating. So he be cheating, and you thought he had gathered himself, and he has done no such thing. He has not gathered himself at all. So me personally, I don't understand why she wasn't at Carnival with him. But I wouldn't have, I'm sorry, like, I wouldn't have been bothered. I also feel like I'm a little toxic. I would like to use opportunities like that. If you want to make me jealous by putting your meat on girls' booties, in Jamaica at Carnival, just wait on it. You're going to have to pay for that later. You're going to have to pay for that later. I ain't going to make no big deal about it. You know what I'm saying? Because personally, it's not that big of a deal. Like, he dancing. It's not that big of a deal, y'all. It's Jamaica. That's what they do. It's Carnival. You're supposed to be dancing, okay? Have y'all not seen that? That's how they be. Okay? But this is what she said. When she said most people don't grow up, it's too damn difficult. What happens is most people get older. That's the truth of it. They honor their credit cards. They find parking spaces. They marry. They have the nerve to have children. But they don't grow up. Not really. They get older. But to grow up costs the earth. The earth. It means you take responsibility for the time you take up, for the space you occupy. It's serious business. I agree, girl. Awareness is growth. Noticing that something is holding you back and deciding to change is a huge step forward. It's like finding a light switch in a dark room. From there, it's about being mindful, choosing new actions in the present, and patiently rewriting your behavior patterns. I'm sorry, y'all. My dog is distracting me. Shut up! Sorry. Okay. I'm sorry, y'all. I would have muted myself, but I ain't feel like looking for it. So I wouldn't have been tripping about this, but I'm a different type of person. I do realize there are a lot of women that would have been tripping about this. And if your husband got a problem, if your wife has a problem with you doing this, then you probably shouldn't have been out there doing this, to be honest. But I also feel like y'all was together since high school. Girl, y'all need to break up anyway. Like, I feel like having they been together for a real long time, I want them to break up because it feel like he out here living his best life and you at home. That's what it feel like. It feel like he living his best life and you at home. Y'all see she said she ain't care about being disrespectful in the chat, right? Blocked. Who? What happened? Who said that? Why you ain't let me go off? It's all right. It's given they have an open marriage communication and she only said something because everyone else noticed. You think so? Because he giving a little childish. Like when Jock poured that liquor on Pooh's ass. Child. I just can't let husband get winded on that carnival because I'm not letting another nigga behind me. I'm too territorial. And you know what? Good for you, Yaya. Do what you gotta do, girl. I'm married and I wouldn't be mad. You're supposed to enjoy yourself because I know damn well I would. Chrislyn, you and I are the same. No, y'all, that's Olivia. Olivia and Juvia are in a kennel together. And so that means he probably aggravating her. Couldn't be me. I'm going to be outside too. And that's me. Uh-oh, somebody got blocked. Uh-oh. Okay, listen. Thank you. I do not believe in puppy love. That lady needs to have more experiences. And that's what I'm thinking. And that's what I was thinking when they got married. Carnival, it really shouldn't be a big deal. I don't think it is, y'all. I don't think what he did was a big deal. And I would hope that she didn't think it's a big deal. But if she does, it's probably because you have expectations for yourself that you don't have for him. And whenever there's an imbalance like that, that's going to eventually come to a head. But I also feel like, you know, you married him because he was doing well, girl. It was a smart thing to do. Don't get me wrong. But it also probably locked you in to be inside while he's outside. And I would be outside if I was her. Okay? You ain't about to be grinding on hoes at Jamaican Carnival. And I'm not going to be grinding on hoes at Jamaican Carnival. Okay? Let me see. Is there anything else that I wanted to talk about before I get... Girl, yes. Girl, listen. So we gonna listen to it and we gonna comment.
The little ones, y'all, they don't be knowing. They be asking to sleep in the bed with us. They be like, I'm about to fuck the shit out of your daddy. Like, they be like, Daddy, can we sleep in the bed with you guys? Nope. He be like, ask Miss Jazz. I'll be like, They be the little.
So she's still with Cam, huh? She's still over there having painful anal sex with Cam and crying in the shower. And he's still writing messages in hieroglyphics and shit. Oh my God. The fact that he probably paid for this font is why it's so aggravating to me, y'all. I feel weird sleeping in a bed with someone else's children. Well, that's you. I agree with him on that. That's you. Everybody don't have to be worried about, you know, because I used to sleep in a bed with my auntie and my uncle all the time. The fuck? Nothing ever happened. Everybody slept. Okay? It's my family. Like, everybody don't have to worry about their family members doing shit to them. Okay? Or whatever. And then somebody said, I don't get it. 7 kids and you have 0? No. Child, I love when women be flipping this shit on men because men always talking that shit about women. So I love when women be like, oh my God, you have how many children and you want me to be with you? Why? I love it. Anyway, he said, well, that's why I ain't with you. It's levels to this, queen. And if someone is worth it, your ass would do a lot of things. Once you say, what makes you worth it, Cam? Because you got a lot of money? Because the way she explains y'all relationship sounds just as dusty as a relationship with a nigga with not as much money. Girl, the painful anal sex crying in the shower did it for me. I would hate for anyone to go through life alone. I would hate it there. Oh my God. I just kind of feel like the fact that you even in the comments arguing with people because they said something about, you know, her relationship with you. Like, okay, look, I think it was some more. What else? I see Cam in the comments. Child, he is in the comments. Yeah, he commenting to people. Okay, wondering how many dudes be trying to fuck her on the road. Okay. I bet Toya Turn up busting it open, though, child. I guess their relationship makes me feel uncomfortable. I'm gonna just tell y'all the truth. I don't know them people, but based on the shit that Jazzy said, and also based on the person we understood Jazzy to be, and then the shit she then went and said in that interview, yeah. Yeah, girl. I don't know what's going on over there, but I'm worried for you, girl. But you know, have fun. I'm glad you happy. As long as you happy, girl. As long as you happy. Okay. Anyway, hold up. Why are y'all talking about Marcus Houston? What? He's being real passive saying queen. Oh yeah, y'all know queen mean bitch. It's the respectful way of calling a woman a bitch. Yeah, okay, queen. Oh my God. Funny how Cam assumes she is alone because she don't want his 7 kids. That is funny. They love to use that alone shit like it's a bullet or something. Yeah, when she shared that, it was disturbing. She basically caved all the way in for money. That's what it seemed like. The complete 180 she did is very scary. Yes, I agree. We all agree. It was weird what she did, and it feels really uncomfortable. And anytime we find out that y'all still together, we like, oh, y'all still together. You still okay? Y'all right? Okay. Child, to me, it ain't even the 7 kids or the baby mama. It's Cam. Like, to me, Cam seems to do what he does so that he will have a reason to do you however he want to do you. And I feel like they're in a dom sub relationship probably, so that probably works for them. I just didn't know that's what she was on. But to each his own. To each his own. But it just don't feel right, y'all. It don't feel like love and respect. It don't. It feel like I'm paying you so I can do whatever I want to do to you. And you so happy to have me paying you and having me be who I am. And I'm probably good at the things I do that are good. Got your head gone, bitch. Got you, bitch. So then let's talk about Soulja Boy right quick, right fast. Okay, so Big Draco just doesn't know how to keep his hands to himself, and now he has to pay for it. According to documents obtained by Radar Online, Soulja Boy has to pay his ex-girlfriend Kayla Meyer $235,000 after a Los Angeles jury sided with her in their civil lawsuit. Meyer sued Soulja and his assistant after their relationship turned physical back in 2019. Myers claims that she got into a fight with his female assistant at a party, and Soulja interjected himself into the altercation. He reportedly approached her and bashed her in the head with a gun. He then proceeded to punch her in the face. In court documents, Meyer says she suffered 3 fractured ribs and a bruised face from the alleged attack. Her complaint saw unspecified damages. During the trial, Myers took the stand and testified in front of the jury. She submitted photos of her alleged injuries as evidence in court. The jury awarded Myers $1,800 for mental health expenses and another $234,100 for physical and mental pain and suffering. The grand total to $235,900. Soulja denied all allegations of wrongdoing and claimed any alleged injuries were caused by third parties outside his control. We don't believe it, Draco. Pow, pow, pow. We don't believe it. The jury has yet to leave as phase 2 of the trial began this week, where they will make a decision on punitive damages. I believe it. This ain't the first time I told y'all he held that lady hostage not too long ago. Something wrong with him. I do believe that look, Erica De Niro said this a day ago. I wish he make videos, but you know, it's okay, girl. You gotta take your break when you gotta take your break, but I miss you. I do believe that domestic violence victims should file criminal and civil charges against the people who assaulted them, make them pay. I do too. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. I don't know why y'all feel like if somebody hurts me, I shouldn't be able to get money from them too. Like, what's wrong with y'all? What's wrong with y'all? Somebody step on your fucking shoe and you out here about to kill him. Like, y'all be out here wilding trying to get money from people all types of ways. You think if a nigga hit me or assault me in any type of way sexually or otherwise, you think I ain't gonna try to run his pockets? Because you niggas is stingy. All you niggas is stingy. Y'all don't like giving money to y'all own kids. Where's Tyrese? Where's Tyrese? Y'all don't like giving money to y'all own kids. So I know it's gonna make you real mad to have to give me some money. Did y'all see this? Did y'all see that now that the Bam is gone, Scrap and Diamond was outside together? Not y'all being back together. Not going back to the ex that you said, well, your mama said her nether regions wasn't, girl, I don't never like to repeat things like that. But anyway,
Yeah.
let's move on, y'all. I ain't gonna leave this up here because y'all know how they be about copyright. But let's listen to Tamika. I don't know why it looked like Tamika got a bonnet on, but it's an interview. I don't know what's going on. Let's listen.
Tamika, before we dive into the music, we must address the elephant in the room. Because your sister Latasha Scott recently appeared on our show as well, and this is what she had to say. So take a look.
Oh Lord.
It's not even about the $30,000. It's about having my sister back. Like, I'll give you that. But at the end of the day, you need to talk to me. I don't want to hear from somebody. You're talking to everybody else outside of me. Talk to me.
Okay, now I want to share this because you and I just saw each other last week, and I had to come to you. And this is personal for me because I know that some, if not all, has witnessed the confrontation that my sister and myself had on the show Fox Soul Cocktails of Queens on my birthday. And what it really was for me, it came across as anger, but it was really hurt. And the hurt is what allowed the tears to come and me to point the finger. But my family, my friends, and being out of town with a special friend, when I woke up in tears and she said, you are the sister, you're the older sister. You have to make a difference. You have to do something about this. And through my tears of feeling like my ego was bruised and why me and why should it have to be me? It doesn't matter who it is. Because all I know is that I wanted my sister back because we family, So I want to give you, your space here. And I'm so glad that you are here because I heard you say that, you didn't want to address this anymore. And we want to respect that. But is there anything that you would like to say? And where do you ladies stand now?
Well, I mean, currently we're still not speaking. Yeah.
Oh, no.
But I want to thank you for when we spoke, you being that person to say, I want y'all to get back together. Like, you probably the first positive person I've talked to. Everybody else be coming in and, oh, you need to do this, you should do that. But you came to me and said, I know where you are. And I felt your heart, and I really appreciate that from you.
Okay, let me say this. Tamika, you saying that everybody else was negative and that Lisa Ray was the only one that came into the room being positive, to me, it's because Lisa Ray is the only one that probably understood what it was to get into it with her sister on a public platform and know that she's wrong, but wish that she had a sister like Tamika that was willing to try with her. Like, to me, I feel like that was coming from the place of you recognizing the faults that you have and not being able to fix your relationship exactly with Brad. So because you can't fix shit with Brad the way you want to, you gonna impress on Tamika, the younger sister that's been wronged in this situation, that it doesn't matter who reaches out first. Somebody needs to do it because y'all family. Let me tell y'all something. Family don't make us nothing but genetically inclined to have similarities, more similarities than most. That's all that mean. If you really want to be family and all of that, you got to spend time with people. You got to respect their boundaries. You have to care how they feel. This is not back in the day no more, baby. We not doing that with none of y'all. And I know everybody likes to think that it's so bad and it's so messed up that, in America, if we don't want to deal with our family members, we don't deal with them. But I just kind of feel like I don't give a fuck what y'all talking about. I'm not about to be oppressed by the people that claim to love me. I'm not about to be oppressed by y'all too. I'm a black woman. I'm being oppressed enough. I'm not about to be around family members trying to oppress me too. Okay? So where you can't set your boundaries, set your motherfucking boundaries. I don't care if you family or not. And to me, Lisa, it seemed like Brett and them didn't set their boundary with your ass. And that ain't no shade. That's just kind of what it looked like from the outside looking in. I love the both of y'all. So, if y'all good, great. But your advice seemed to come from the standpoint of wanting Tamika to make effort where Latasha is the one that needs to make effort. Y'all always want people to just forget how they've been wronged and move past shit. And that's a part of the problem. In my family and in everybody else's family, a part of the problem is that in order to get back to a good place with each other, we gonna just forget about all the fucked up stuff we didn't say to each other. Nobody's gonna be accountable. Nobody's gonna apologize. Nobody's going to actually change their behavior and not do it again. We just gonna be okay for this moment until we decide to get into it again. And I'm tired of that. I'm tired of toxic family cycles with people that don't want to be any better. They don't want to really do any better. They just want to keep going through fucking cycles of making up and breaking up and having you kiss their ass and all of this shit. I'm not doing that no more. And I don't think nobody else should be inclined to do that. I don't care. You ain't fitting to steal from me and then blackmail me with a sex tape and think I'm about to reach out to you and we just need to make up because we family. Girl, go to hell. Go to hell with that. I'll make family with a fucking friend. A friend will be family for the rest of my life, bitch. She was family in another life and became a friend in this one. I don't know what happened, but I'll be damned if I allow somebody in my space, if I allow somebody in my energy that don't give a fuck about me, but I'm supposed to always be upholding this family shit. Cut it out. Cut it out. Cut it out.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You're so welcome. And it's not gonna. I ain't gonna be able to just let the period lie there. I'm gonna reach out, and we gonna have to get this together. You can ask Baby, but I'm as hard as I am. I'm just as soft too. I'm about togetherness. I'm about a group effort. I'm about being able to come together and support each other. So you gonna hear from me. We gonna have to get this together. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
I just want to look at everybody else's faces while they having this conversation. Selena looked like she reading something off of paper. Wasn't Selena on a reality show on R&B Divas with Latasha Scott?
Tamika, I know with Lisa Ray that absolutely comes with love. You know, her and I over the years went through challenges that I was like, oh, child, I'm never going to talk to her again. And, you know, time heals all wounds. Know that, okay? But if you need the time, don't be afraid to take it, okay?
Thank you.
And have people respect that.
Okay, come on, Vivica. Come on, Vivica. Listen, I'm here for Vivica right now. Vivica said, you know what? I love this raggedy bitch down here, but don't listen to her. You know what? Me and this bitch done had our back and forth too. But don't listen to her. Take your time, girl. Put your boundaries in place. If that lady won't come and apologize for blackmailing you and stealing from you, then y'all can have a conversation. But up until then.
So listen, we're going to move on. Let's talk about your...
No, Nikki Gilbert was on the show, but I think Latasha was in that scene too.
Reality show.
Let me say, before we move on, I want to say that I love my sister.
Yes. Good. That's good to know.
And I support her wholeheartedly, and I ask everyone to support her, and I ask everyone.
It's okay, but it's okay.
Okay, it's not a bond.
That's love. That's love. That's why I said take the time. And it's okay, baby. Take the time for that when you're ready. That then you can say you are. It's okay.
Tamika, this is a positive, like, safe place for you.
Yes, just know that.
If your sister's watching, is there anything you want her to know?
Yeah.
Or say to her? Like that, like maybe that could be the catalyst to start this.
Child, I need to go listen to some Selena music. Selena said, yeah, in the background. And I'm like, oh, I want to go listen to Wild Horses.
Is there anything you want to say to her if she's watching?
I want the best for her. Mm-hmm. And I want her to love herself.
Yes, thank you,
mm-hmm.
Kayleen, for becoming a member.
Nobody stop you from being who you are.
Yes.
Because you were who you are before you met him.
Oh.
You're going to always be that star with or without him. I want you to love yourself. It's not about me. It's not about the group. It's about you. It's about your love for yourself. Because you deserve the best.
And a lot of women have to learn that. It's self-love. Do you know what I'm saying? Because sometimes we get caught up in situations that take us to the left. So I'm glad you said that to your sister. Okay, baby, it's all right. It's okay. Let's move on. Okay, let's talk about some happy stuff. All right. Because we didn't bring you on to have you crying. We want to celebrate you because you've got a show.
Which is what we should have started with, Lisa. God damn it. Okay, listen. Let me read these super chats. Thank you so much, Anivia, for the super chat. I got in from urgent care not too long ago and had a painful procedure done in BondyBlue Live. Is exactly what the doctor ordered. Thank you for what you do and for lifting my spirits. Beautiful. Oh, thank you. I'm hoping that you are recovering quickly and well. Okay. I hope you're okay and you have good, pain medication, girl. Okay. Thank you for the super chat. I appreciate you. Hey, Karen. Thank you for the super chat. I'm so tired of with platforms and followings and a way to make their own millions, still take the season 1 Tony Childs, let me go to the highest bidder road. Bondy, can you think about doing a Now That We're Grown on Girlfriends? I actually started redoing Girlfriends and stopped like on episode 11 or something. And I wanted to get to the finale episode, of season 1. So I might have to go back, see what I did, and see if I can put out some quick ones for y'all. That should be taking a lot of time to just sit there and watch and talk and watch and talk and watch and talk and watch and talk. So we'll see. But I would definitely like to do that. Get back to that show. Because I've been meaning to get back to that. Slowly is my fave. Oh, yes. Child. Love me some Selena Johnson, girl. All right. Tyrese. Let's go to Tyrese. And then I'm going to get the fuck out of here. Okay? Want to do Tyrese? Let me get the fuck out of here. Where's Tyrese crying ass? What more do you want from me? Well, we would love for you to pay child support, and we would like for you to pay your ex-wife's lawyer's fees since you keep having us come back to court because you don't want to do what I done told your ass to do.
A friend and my family.
Hold up, y'all. Child, let's pull him on the screen, y'all. Let's put him on the screen. Okay, he went and got his Alibaba shirt and a scully cap to put on. You know what I'm saying? I pray for that young girl that he's laying up with, sucking her, dry with his worms.
Attorney Benjamin Crump to join me. I'm asking Ambassador Andrew Young, the ex-mayor of Atlanta, and one of my nearest beloved brothers and friends to meet me. I'm asking Martin Luther King III, my brother, to meet me in the...
Why do you want these black people to come and meet you down to the courthouse? What they supposed to do about your child support situation? You niggas really have a lot of fucking gall. A lot of, entitlement about yourself. That you think that you so fucking special. That you the onlyest one that shouldn't have to pay their child support. You should be able to use your access to certain people to try to get you out of having to pay child support. Am I to believe that? Or you using the access so that you don't have to pay the child support for the baby? Like, I really can't stand you niggas because you have the money. Y'all, he has the money. Tyrese done been in umpteen $1 million fucking Fast and Furious movies. And you mean to tell me you couldn't get his lady her money? Oh, I already know that didn't nobody show. We gonna get to it.
That's what I want.
Hold up, y'all.
And I want this man to do exactly what he's there to do on that bench. According to the law. That's all. You know what else I'm going to ask? I'm going to ask...
What else you going to ask,
all of the other judges and anybody who can step in and help me out to do a specific review. Pull up all the transcripts for every father that Judge Farmer has ever had to be on the bench for, and I want you to pull up the transcripts and really pick up and point out his conduct. A friend and my family, attorney Ben.
Hold up, y'all.
Cameras, and you can document everything that's going to be discussed. Because this is all public record and public knowledge, there's nothing confidential about our case. It's all very public. We are going to be discussing Samantha's motion for contempt because she's in contempt of court. We're going to be discussing Special Master's motion for contempt. We're also going to
Why
be
you put the white man
Samantha's
voice on?
motion for attorney's fees. And we're also going to be discussing my motion for attorney's fees. You were supposed to pay for your own attorney since you want to argue about the validity of our court case and our marriage and our prenuptial agreement. Yeah, 22. That way you can set up cameras and you...
Okay. So he wanted to make a public spectacle, and it was because he was dog whistling to all of you black men that don't like to financially provide for y'all's children, because one, y'all are stingy, and two, if you're not fucking the mama no more, then you feel like the children shouldn't really be your responsibility. And really it's because you want to get back at the mom. You want to put the mom in a position where she has no choice but to come back to you. You want to put her in a situation where she feels like it may be in her best interest to just go ahead and get back with you. Hold up, y'all, because I'm about to find the other one. I think that's why. I think that's why y'all don't want to take care of y'all kids. I think that's why y'all make it so hard, because y'all are just trying to get back at the women who don't want to be with y'all anymore, because y'all spend a lot of time mistreating those women. Okay. And this is what I'm talking about. Makes no fucking sense. This is TMZ, y'all. Tyrese Gibson says he can pay the more than $500,000 for child support. So he can pay it, and his ex-wife's lawyers. But he still thinks the judge did him dirty, and that's why he's going to keep fighting it in court. Tyrese laid it all out Wednesday at LAX, one day after he was ordered to pay $636,000. Hold up. Let me pause this because he was at the airport. With $237,000 going to his ex-wife Samantha Lee Gibson for back child support, and $399,000 going to her attorneys. And see, he was talking about because she was arguing the validity of their prenuptial agreement, but your prenup ain't got nothing to do with child support. And that's what a lot of you niggas don't understand. Y'all don't want to pay these women spousal support, even if that's what they're owed. You don't want to give them that. But if they have children for you, then you have to pay for your children financially. And you hate that the courts make you do that. You don't want to be made to take care of your children. No, you want to be able to use what you do have to hurt the mom in any capacity. Okay? Tyrese, he's got no doubts that he can cover the steep feet, and confirms he'll always support his kids, but insists he won't be taking this ruling lying down, and instead plans to appeal it. And this is why I feel like he should pay the court fees, because you could have simply just paid the money. You have back child support. This ain't even like ongoing child support. This is back child support. So you're the one responsible for y'all being back in court, which is why you should have to pay, because it seems as if, and a lot of men like to do this, they will like prolong court proceedings, hoping that the woman will run out of money so that they can just win because they have money and they can continue to pay for the lawyer. They're hoping to drain her pockets in the process of arguing everything and kind of pushing her into a corner. So she's either going to say, never mind, okay, or she's going to run out of money and not be able to take care of the bill. So I think that's what I think he was trying to do. And the judge saw that, and the judge was like, no, you're going to pay the back child support you owe, and you're going to pay the lawyer's fees for us having to come back here, because you could have just simply paid the $10,000 a month when it was ordered last August. Okay. He was held in contempt Tuesday in court. He even ripped Judge Farmer on social media ahead of the hearing, and the judge certainly clapped back, at least financially, with his ruling. But Tyrese says he's not worried about the money. He's purely out for what's right. I don't believe that. But let's hear what he has to say.
What's your reaction to the number the judge put on you? It's a big number, you know? How you holding up?
I'm inspired. It's not about me. What just happened today happens every day in the family law court system. Okay. Fathers have no rights, period. So the bigger the ass whooping that I get in court, the more it's going to shed light on what has been happening since the beginning of time. This is not about me.
Since the beginning of time? Since the beginning of time? My nigga, there hasn't been child support since the beginning of time. Let's look it up. I'm sorry, y'all. We're gonna have to stop Tyrese right here. When did child support begin in the United States. The first federal legislation on private child support was enacted in 1950. 1950. That wasn't even that long ago. I feel like the nigga might have been alive. State welfare agencies were required to notify law enforcement officials when a child receiving AFDC benefits had been deserted or abandoned. Because y'all like to desert and abandon the children. Okay, that's what y'all like to do. Let's see. Oh, this seems interesting. So, this is what I do understand. There are some situations where men over the years may not have been able to afford certain child supports. I don't believe that. But what I have seen over the years, I've seen men not work on purpose so that they don't have to give, so they're not being recorded making a certain amount of money because they don't want to give it. I know men who have a whole bunch of money and don't want to provide for their child the way they did when they were married to the mother, but because the mother doesn't want to be with them anymore, they no longer want to financially support their child to the same degree. And it's so that they can make the mom feel bad because she left or because she doesn't want to be with him anymore. That's what this is about. So for him to dog whistle and say that this is about fathers, it's like, I really wish that you would stop acting like most of these niggas have your money, or most of these niggas really want their kids. Most men is not going to court about their kids. They not. Even a lot of them will say, oh, she don't even let me see him. And people will be like, well, you got to go down there to the courthouse and telling people that she's not letting you see the kid. I don't want to do it. I ain't trying to go talk to them people. I've had that conversation with so many black men when it pertains to their kids. If the woman is doing wrong, you can get the courts to make her do what you want her to do. But y'all don't be willing to do all of that. Y'all don't want to do all of that. The women, on the other hand, don't have a fucking choice because they're the ones responsible for raising the child. $10K is not a lot. $10K a month is not a lot of money, y'all. It's a lot of money for people that don't make a lot of money, but Tyrese makes millions of dollars making movies. And he's been doing that for the past, 25 years? He was married to that woman. We're not even talking about alimony. We're talking about back child support. The amount of money that you were already supposed to pay that you have not paid. You would rather pay your lawyers more money. You would rather pay your lawyers all of this money than to just give this woman the back child support for your child. That's insane to me. And then to say that, oh, she makes a good living. So fucking what? Does that mean you're not financially responsible for the kid because she makes good money? What? That's not how any of this works. I know y'all refuse to accept this, but sperm and egg make child. So sperm and egg are both equally responsible for child's life once it gets here. That's how that works. In this society, it has obviously been put heavily on women. Understandably, the woman got the vagina. Okay, fine. But when you actually have money and you would rather get online and do all of this, it gives crazy. It gives no wonder Taraji wasn't trying to fuck with you when y'all did Baby Boy. Because we was all like, they so cute. Child, Taraji said, child, hell to the nah. He had Benihana set up in his backyard. Let me finish reading this, y'all. Oh no, let him finish talking with his dumb ass. I'm sorry, y'all.
I will never not take care of my daughters. Whether I'm with their mother or not, I will never not. But it's not okay to call us deadbeat dads when we're hustling, grinding, traveling, doing whatever it takes to put food on the table and take care of our families, which will cause us naturally to be physically away from our kids, and then that get used against us in court.
It's not used against you in court. Tyrese, let me explain. As you said, you're not there because you're working. So because you're not there in time and energy, you have to be there financially. That's how it works. If the mother is the one that is primarily responsible for the child, then yes, you have to give her money to offset what you're not there to give. I don't understand. My daddy told my mom at court, I'd rather go to jail than to give my mom money for back child support. He asked the judge, can he give me the back child support because I'm grown with kids? Child, I'm sorry, girl, that was your daddy. Oh my God. Tyrese is absolutely narcissistic. And 10K is too much. If you can't afford the child, hand it over. And that's the point. But that's the point, though. That's the point. She doesn't need 10K from him because she can't afford to take care of her child. Do y'all not understand how this works? He has to pay 10K because that's how much money he makes. Like, the amount that he has to pay in child support is based off of how much money he makes, not how much money she doesn't make. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. And there are a lot of y'all that's not making 10K a month. So we not talking to y'all. Pay your little $100 and something to your children and please stay in your lower tax bracket lane. But this nigga can afford to pay the 10K. And that's why he should have just paid it. But he didn't. He wanted to fight and be an asshole about it. And now he owes even more money. And now he wants to continue to fight it. He's going to end up having to pay his lawyers more money than he would have to give her. That doesn't even make any sense. Doesn't even make any sense.
Because the mother may be more available than you.
And nobody's calling you a deadbeat because the mother's more available. But every time we see you on live with your little girlfriend that's old enough to be your child, where's the babies? Where's the daughters? With their mama? Oh, all right then. What are you talking about? Who cares if somebody called you a deadbeat? If you're not a deadbeat, then pay and shut the fuck up.
And then, when you don't have a job, when you're struggling and you're trying to pull it together, independent of a pandemic, we get emasculated when we're at home and we're out of a job. So at the end of the day...
So rich ass Tyrese was talked bad to because of the pandemic. He's really using, I'm gonna tell y'all right now, none of the shit that Tyrese is saying has happened to him. He's using examples of the shit that men say to make excuses for why they haven't been parents to their kids. This is all the excuses that are made. And he's just pulling out all of these excuses as if it's his situation. But if you were just in a pandemic and you weren't working, then why couldn't you spend time with your kids? Make it make sense.
He just pulled out the biggest light imaginable on him, his conduct, him literally making up things on the...
You're delusional, but we're going to keep going.
What he did as a sitting judge was literally abuse of power, egregious, and all the above. And that's it, man. There is no such thing as a little boy or little girl without at some point mommy and daddy getting together to make a decision. So...
What are you talking about?
Because I believe that there's going to be a law, multiple laws in place in the city of Atlanta that will refer to Gibson and Gibson. Your Honor, that's wrong. Gibson and Gibson, blah, blah, blah. And they'll be able to make reference to case law pertaining to what's going to happen. And I'll do whatever it takes and I'll spend whatever it takes to turn this all around.
So you going to spend whatever amount of money instead of just giving your ex-wife her lawyer's fees and the back child support you owe, so that you can make it so that men don't have to be financially responsible for their kids. Like, I'm trying to understand, what is the end goal here, Tyrese? What's the end goal here? Case law to defend against what? Paying child support? You think that they're going to create case law so that you don't have to pay child support? Is that what you think, sir? Oh, okay. Listen, if the rich white men can't do it, because they don't be liking to pay child support sometimes either. If they can't do it, why do you think you can? If y'all don't pay for y'all kids, the government a lot of the times has to take up that fee.
Not just on behalf of my daughters, but on behalf of every father who cannot afford proper representation or have any type of voice. So I'm not thinking about me. I'm really, really passionate about this. And just maybe God has created all these bad, perfect storms and scenarios for me to be a part of affecting change.
It seems odd that the lawyer gets more money than your child.
Yes.
Yeah, well, that's $500,000
to the lawyer.
I had a prenuptial agreement. That's 2 law firms representing Samantha. The one and only check that she cut was 2.5 years ago for 70.
Sir, your prenup does not mean you don't have to pay child support. What's wrong with him?
$500. And they just said, you don't have to pay us anything else because they were banking on a pot of gold at the end of the rainbow.
Well, your lawyers are making a pot of gold off of you. What are you talking about, Tyrese?
I'm gonna do whatever it takes to turn it all around.
All right, last question, man. Look, you got to pay by May 15th. Is that you're gonna appeal that? You're fighting that, obviously.
We're gonna do whatever it takes. I can't go into any more specifics. I've shared all that I could share.
Sure.
But it's we're in a place, man, and that's it.
Are you prepared to pay it if you have to?
I can afford to pay what they're asking me to pay.
Sure.
But it doesn't make it right.
It doesn't make it right. It doesn't make it right. Oh, what is y'all doing? Stop. I hate when they do that. Just got commercials playing all over the place for no reason. Hold up, y'all. Hold up. I got to make sure none of this other shit playing. Hold up. This is him in court.
And
hold up.
We also we're hoping to accomplish shedding light on Samantha Gibson making well over $100,000 a year outside of what I make per year, and the necessary needs of the actual child are beyond met.
No, I understand. And you're aware that if you pay these amounts and then the Court of Appeals reverses it, you don't get your money back.
I am well aware of it.
Okay. Do you want the court to consider you paying it into a bond so that in the event, whatever the court rules, no one is prejudiced?
I would want to know more about what this means as far as a bond, but if I could position myself to show any intentionality to do that, if that's the final outcome, then I'll take care of it. But doing something that is beyond the scope of the law, it feels like punishment. It feels like it's just unnecessary. And if the roles were reversed, I just really feel like I wouldn't be sitting here.
If the roles were reversed, he would not be sitting there. So you believe that if you were Samantha taking care of the kids and she was out working and making millions of dollars, that she wouldn't have to pay you child support for being the primary caregiver for the children that y'all share? Because you know that that's legally not how that works, right? To me, it sounds like he's saying that because she isn't destitute, he shouldn't have to provide for the children. Girl, that wasn't the judge he was talking to either. That was his attorney. He hates women. His panties been in a bunch since she left. I feel sorry for his daughters. He just said that he missed the girl, and then got mad that the girlfriend said she like Paul Walker. I was like, nigga, you just did an interview talking about how you miss your ex-wife. Girl, like, do y'all see? This is so sad, Tyrese. This is such a turn off. This is so whack and lame. Waste of money, waste of time. Just evil. Just want to stress the world out because you feel like doing what you supposed to do Google Britney Spears, Tyrese. Girl, why? Forget Britney Spears and Kevin Federline. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, telling Tyrese to Google Britney Spears. Got it. Halle Berry is paying child support. And I believe she's might still be the primary parent. Okay? Yes, like, women, please stop having babies with these niggas. Please stop having babies with these niggas. Protect yourself. Just stop. Stop having babies with these niggas. Because, like, I swear to God, like, these are the type of men that just want you to get tired and just relent. And you really have to have a strong sense of self to say, no, I am not acquiescing to you. You're a fucking monster. Pay me what you owe me and go on about your way. Child Sherry Shepherd is paying child support. It's a whole bunch of women with money that pay child support. That's why I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. But anyway, I see y'all keep talking about Martell, and I'm trying to understand what y'all want me to talk about Martell. Child, not me realizing that Martell is the name of a cognac. Girl, not the mama naming this boy after alcohol. Y'all go to hell. Did y'all know that Martell was the name of a cognac? A VS, a very special. Girl, don't it seem like his mama named him after that, knowing it was alcohol? I wonder if that was her favorite VSOP back in the day, because you know them old hoes love a VSOP. Girl, I did not know that Martell was an alcohol and spelled the exact same way. Child, Miss Marlene, it's your fault. Ew, it's your fault. It's your fault. Okay, hold up. Let me see. I don't know what y'all want me to talk about with Martell, but I did see some of Melody's. I saw some of Mel's stories were making their rounds on these internets. Let me see. Girl, that is hilarious. That is hilarious. It's hilarious. Ciao. Melody Holt. Okay, I used to work with a dude named Jack Daniels, and his mom was an alcoholic. Ciao. Martell is pretty good. Ciao. Y'all better tell me about these liquors I didn't know about. Okay. Peaceful. Okay. If you were on my live, my phone died, but I enjoyed cutting up with y'all. Okay, hold up. All right. These are the stories. Let me get Tyrese up off my screen. Just making my ass itch. Go back. Stop. Pause. And get ready to talk about the last subject. Okay, so this is Mel. Mel's stories. Okay, she says some women are so comfortable with abuse from men because that's all they've ever known. Sis, you don't have to stay there. Freedom is where it's at. Peace is where it's at. Healed is where it's at. That's how I feel, girl. Okay, ain't nobody about to be dealing with no bullshit just to have a man. I don't know what's wrong with y'all. It's 2023, bitch. Stand up. Stand up. You deserve to be happy. You deserve to have peace. Don't stifle your favor being connected to the wrong people. Okay? So yeah. Okay, somebody sent me this and says your girl made it on Fox Atlanta this morning. Posted up. Oh yeah. So Martell and Carlos was on Fox in the morning or whatever, right? I've already talked about the fact that he's not getting child support, that he was denied child support, and that their custody their custody agreement will remain the same. I already talked about that. I don't know when I talked about it, but I know I already did. You know when I probably talked about it? In my weekends on Members Only Live. That's probably why I talked about it and y'all didn't see that. But yeah, I already talked about it. Their custody battle will remain the same and he will not be getting any child support, which is, I believe, what he was trying to do. Oh, you got to be quicker than that, nigga. You got to be quicker than that. Yes, they say full custody was denied to Mel. So Mel didn't get full custody of the kids the way she was trying to get either. And I low-key wish that they would have just gave her full custody, because now they just put her in a situation to have to deal with him kind of retaliating against her for not getting his way. I really do feel like that's probably going to happen. Let me see if I can find Fox 5 Atlanta somewhere. Let me see if they got a clip on Fox 5 Atlanta. Y'all pray for Jamie Foxx, okay? I'm telling y'all right now, ain't nobody about to be losing Jamie Foxx. I'm worried. They said they had to revive him, y'all. I was like, Lord. Not y'all had to revive him. Girl, was he on here? Let me see. Let me search. Because the news be having a hard time getting their shit together. Hold up, Marcel Holtz. Oh, I don't see it. Did they not post it on their website? Or it was just on their morning show and they didn't post a clip? That's what y'all do. Y'all don't post a clip. Let me see. It might be on YouTube. Give me a second, y'all. I'm going to find it. Make sure y'all like the video, okay? Because I've been entertaining y'all for going on 2 hours. So please do me a favor. Ooh, child. Girl, let me not get in my feelings, okay? Let me not get in my feelings. I don't see it. Either way, I might have to go and look for it somewhere else. And if I find it, then I'll talk about it in a members only live. But I've been on here long enough, so I'm gonna go ahead and get the hell out of here. Yeah, no, I heard about Toni Braxton. Toni Braxton had to have surgery to clear a valve in her heart. He will not get half of Sugar Mama's profits from her hair care line. Yes, that too. I really wanted to find that. I really wanted to find his, his whole child. I didn't know that Carlos interviewed Toni. Girl, why? Never mind. I'm gonna just mind my business. Cause I don't know what's going on, and I'm not gonna act like I do. All right, y'all. I'm done. I ain't got nothing else to talk about. If there's something else to talk about, I'll talk about it later. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Bye.